Hai, Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 15 want to present the report for Petronas Gas Berhad Company in year 2018, 2019 and 2020. Okay, this is our company organizational structure. We have CEO, accountant, sales representative, financial manager, financial assistant, marketing manager and marketing assistant.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Faizal Muhammad Aziz. Management number is A2081227. Let's go to introduction. Financial management entails the planning, arranging, directing and managing a company's financial activity, such as procurement and use of funds. It is also includes applying general management ideas to company financial resources. Then, financial analysis is used to assess business activity, budget and long-term objective, as well as to assess a company's success. A financial analysis looks at a company's financial statement, including the income statement, balance sheets, and cash flow statement. For your information, our group decides to choose our company, which is Petroleum Nasional Berhad, commonly known as Petronas. The annual report for financial year for this company data is end December 2018 to 2020.
Nurmaizatul Akmal binti Muhammad Zailan. My metric number is A20A1757. I, as a marketing assistant to this company, will start with nature of business. Petronas Gas Berhad was founded in 1983 and operates from its headquarters in the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, as well as 9 regional offices in Peninsular Malaysia and 2 in East Malaysia. PGB is involved in well-known gas infrastructure and utilities in Malaysia. Company operates in 4 segments core business. First, gas processing plants carry out activities to process natural gas pipe from gas field of the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. Second, gas transportation business. Transport processed gas through the Peninsula gas utilization throughout Peninsular Malaysia and Singapore. Third, utilities include manufacturing, marketing and supply. Fourth, regasification segment. The gas transmission and regasification division operates and maintains the offshore liquefied natural gas regasification terminal in Sungai Udang, Melaka, and the offshore LNG regasification terminal in Pengerang, Johor.
So I will complete our presentation. 3.0 ratio analysis, 3.1 horizontal analysis, Petronas Gas Berhad, liquidity ratio. Current ratio, as you can see on the table, formula of current ratio is current asset divided by current liability. Okay, we move to graph. You can see 13 is the higher current ratio and 2020 is the lowest current ratio. Quick ratio. Okay, as you can see on the table, formula of quick ratio is current asset minus inventory divided by current liability. Okay, on the graph, we see 2018 is the higher quick ratio, while 2020 is the lowest quick ratio. Net working capital. Okay, formula of net working capital is current asset minus current liability. On the graph, you can see that 2018 is the highest net working capital, while 2020 is the lowest net working capital.
Hi, I'm Mashita. Next, I will continue to present the next ratio, which is leverage ratio based on annual report Petronas Gas Berhad Company. It has two items under it. First of all, I explained about debt ratio. Based on the calculation, as you can see the bar graph, we got debt ratio in year 2020 is better than 2018 and 2019. In year 2018, the debt ratio was 27.55%, then it decreased to 21.62% in 2019 and increased again to 29.31% in 2020. Okay, second for debt to equity. Based on the calculation we got in year 2019 is getting worse than 2020 and 2019. In year 2018, the total was 38.02%, then it decreased to 28.32% in 2019 and increased again to 42.55% in 2020. Overall, we can see in year 2020 was getting better than other years.
Activity ratio of Petronas gas per head related to inventory turnover. Based on the conclusion above, it has found that the inventory turnover was increased from 82.48 times in year 2018 to 95.94 times in year 2019. In year 2020, the inventory was raised to 122.44 times. The increase of inventory turnover in year 2018 to year 2020 reflected that the company was increasing effectiveness in managing the inventory. Next, the ability of company in selling the inventory has also risen in year 2018 to year 2022. It reflects the effectiveness of inventory in general sales. Okay, next is average collection period. The above calculation shows in the year 2018 ratio is increasing from 63 days to 64 days in 2019 and decreasing to 49 days in 2022. There is a reduction by 50 days. It shows that the company is efficient to collect its receivable. Account receivable turnover. Based on the calculation above, it has found that the account receivable turnover ratio dropped from 5.84 times in 2018 to 5.72 times in 2019 and boosted up to 7.51 times in 2022. It shows that company is efficient in using non-current assets to generate sales, and 2018 is getting better than 2019 and 2022. Okay, next, fixed asset turnover. Based on the conclusion above, it has found that the fixed asset turnover ratio decreasing from 0.40 times in 2018 to 0.38 times in 2019, which is a drop of 0.02 times. The fixed asset turnover ratio continued to increase by 0.01 times for 0.38 times in 2019 to 0.39 times in 2022. In the year 2018, it's getting worse than the next year 2019. It indicates that company generates sales using its fixed assets. And the last one is total asset turnover. It has found that the total asset turnover was increasing from 0.30 times in 2018 to 0.34 in 2019, which is an increase of 0.04 times. Then, total asset turnover is decreasing or back to 0.30 again in 2022. In the year 2018, it's getting worse than the next year 2019.
Hello guys, my name is Naamalini Ambiti Zakaria. My entry number is A20A1676. Now I want to present about the profitability ratio. The gross profit margin of Petronas Gas Berhad show in 2018 was decreased to 2019. Why? It was increased again from the 2019 to 2020. The next of the profitability ratio is operating profit margin. We can see the Petronas Gas Berhad show in the 2018 was decreased to the 2019, but is increased again from the 2019 to 2020. Return on asset is one of the profitability ratio. As you can see, Petronas Gas Berhad show in 2018 was decreased to 2019, while it increased again from the 2019 to 2020. Last but not least is return on equity. The Petronas Gas Berhad show in 2018 was decreased to 2019, while it was increased again from the 2019 to 2020. I will continue present which part of vertical. It is liquidity ratio. Firstly, as you can see, the current ratio for Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Almada Berhad will differ from 2018 to 2020. For Petronas Gas Berhad was increased from 2018 to 2019 and was decreased to 2020. While Bumi Armada Berhad was increased from 2018 to 2019 and was decreased to 2020. Next, the quick ratio. The Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Armada Berhad was differs from 2018 to 2020. For Petronas Gas Berhad, it was slightly decreased from 2018 to 2020, while Bumi Armada Berhad was increased from 2018 to 2019 and was decreased to 2020. Lastly, the net working capital. It shows that Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Armada Berhad was slightly decreased from 2018 to 2020. This is because the both company cannot cover its debts with the current working capital. That's all for me. Thank you.
Leverage ratio. Okay, first we look at the debt ratio. The debt ratios in the year 2018 is getting worse than the year 2019, which is its increase of percentage from 7% in 2018 to 24% in 2019. Why is this was decreased from in the year 2019 to 2022? Due to the percentage from 24% to 60% respectively, but in totally 2019 is getting better than 2022. A debt ratio of less than 100% indicates that a company like Bumi Armada Berhad has more asset than debt. Besides, it can help investor determine a company risk level. Okay, next is debt to equity. Okay, in the year 2018 and 2019 have the same percentage, is it 31%, which show an increase in the following year of 2022 with a percentage 72%. In conclusion, 2022 getting better than previous year. This is 2018 and 2019. This shows a good sign to Bumi Armada Berhad because the higher amount of debt. This company have managed their cost and increased the sale to pay off the existing debt.
Okay, next, I continue to the activity ratio. It has 5 items under it. This one, we can see the comparison between two companies, Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Armada Berhad. As we show in graph, let me see which one was better. Okay, first, inventory turnover. In year 2018, Petronas was getting worse than Bumi Armada, but in 2019, Petronas increased their inventory to 95.94, while Bumi Armada was decreased. In year 2020, Petronas and Bumi Armada was increased more respectively, but Bumi Armada was getting better. Okay, next for average collection period, Petronas Gas Berhad show an increase and decrease in the average collection period from 2018 to 2020 due to problems in collecting payments from the parties involved. Meanwhile, Bumi Armada Berhad show good performance when there was a decline from 2018 to 2020. In this case, Bumi Armada made payment collection faster. Next, for account receivable, Bumi Armada Berhad show the final result is an increase from the year 2018 to 2020 compared to Petronas Gas Sdn Berhad shows the occurrence of fluctuation from the year 2018 to 2020. Okay, next we move to fixed asset turnover. In 2018, Petronas Gas Berhad was 0.40 times its higher ratio compared of Bumi Armada Berhad, which is 0.19 times. In 2019, Petronas Gas Berhad was 0.38 times its being higher ratio compared of Bumi Armada Berhad, which is 0.37 times. Okay. In 2020, Petronas Gas Berhad was 0.39 times its higher ratio compared of Bumi Armada Berhad, which is 0.22 times. Lastly, for total asset turnover, based on the calculation above, the total asset turnover for Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Armada Berhad was increased in 2018 to 2019 and decreased from 2019 to 2020. If company asset turnover ratio is low, it's because the company is not efficiently using its asset to generate sales.
Point 2. Critical analysis. Profitability ratio. Is gross profit margin. As you can see on the slide, you can see at 2018, Petronas Gas Berhad more than Bumi Armada Berhad? While 2019, Bumi Armada Berhad is more than Petronas Gas Berhad. And 2020, Petronas Gas Berhad more than Bumi Armada Berhad. Okay, also you can see on the graph, you can see that Petronas Gas Berhad is more consistent than Bumi Armada Berhad. Okay, profit margin. Okay, you can see on the table, at 2018, Petronas Gas Berhad is more than Bumi Armada Berhad. By the way, at 2019, Bumi Armada Berhad is more operating profit margin than Petronas Gas Berhad. And 2020, Petronas Gas Berhad is more and the highest value operating profit margin, more than Bumi Armada Berhad. As you can see on the graph, you can see that it's more different at 2020. Return on assets. Okay, at 2018, Petronas Gas is more than Bumi Armada Berhad, and at 2019, Bumi Armada Berhad is more than Petronas Gas Berhad, and 2020, Petronas Gas Berhad is more than Bumi Armada Berhad. You can see on the graph. Okay. Return on equity. Okay, as you can see on the table, Petronas Gas Berhad is the higher on 2018 and more than Bumi Armada Berhad. And 2019, Bumi Armada Berhad is the higher return on equity more than Petronas Gas Berhad. And 2020 also, Bumi Armada Berhad is the higher more than Petronas Gas Berhad. So you can see on the graph, you can see that 2018 is the more difference between Petronas Gas Berhad and Bumi Armada Berhad. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. My name is Nushita Binti Shamsuddin and my metric number is A20A1792. For today, I will talk about recommendation. Let's check it out. For recommendation, the way that we will use to improve our Petronas organization based on the results of ratio analysis are: the first one is measurement of its ability to pay off its current assets from a company's liquidity ratio. To quickly improve company's liquidity ratio, our company will using sweep accounts that transfer funds into higher interest rate accounts when they are not needed and back to readily accessible accounts when necessary. Besides, paying off liabilities also quickly will improve the liquidity ratio as well as cutting back on short-term overhead expenses such as rent, labor, and for our marketing. Lastly, we will keep on track over time. Once we have determined which ratios to use, we will compare the results over time to pick out trends or changes in our business performance. As for example, we will take a look on if our revenues down in one quarter, have our costs gone up, and what actions we need to take. And that is all for recommendation.
Lastly, let's continue on conclusion. In conclusion, we have analysis company performance, which is Petroleum Nasional Berhad, or known as Petronas, from year 2018 to 2020 by using horizontal and vertical analysis that we learn in financial management. The method in horizontal analysis, we use liquidity ratio, equity ratio, leverage ratio, and profitability ratio to determine the trend for Petronas, either increase or decrease from year 2018 to 2020. Then, the method in vertical analysis, we do a comparison of performance between from year 2018 to 2020 based on companies' liquidity ratio, activity ratio, leverage ratio, and profitability ratio. So, the suggestion for Petronas is keep on track over time. Petronas need to take a look on if their revenues down in one quarter, have their costs gone up, and what action they need to take.